Hello and welcome to What Did I Expect, a podcast in which I interview a guest on a topic that interests them each week. And my first guest is Nick. Can I use your full name?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. He lives.
I was just laughing because you went, a guest? I was like, ooh.
Yes, which is
Yeah, I know, there was the emphasis on the guest, I loved it. I'm proud to be a guest.
As you can see, I picked an incredibly hilarious guest.
Oh, hilarious.
Oh. Nick. Anyway, the guest, if you don't know, the guest is Nick Sadler. He studies film and television.
How would you not know? Fucking hell.
I'm trying to introduce you.
Are we allowed to swear or not? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to swear anyway.
Yes, it's a podcast.
Oh, okay then.
As I was saying, this is Nick Sadler. He studies film and television at UEA. His favourite film is Do the Right Thing, and
Yeah, that's true. I love Rosie Perez. I love the nasal speaking. I'm all about it, in fact.
to be honest, if anybody is actually listening to this, that's a very obscure, weird reference to bring up. But he also has a YouTube channel at NickDidGood.
Oh shit! Fucking lightning!
At, which is what most people say about the channel, and I recommend you go check it out. Are you interested in any of those things?
Kind of. I'm only interested in pond creation while I'm fencing.
Okay.
A
nice
rock over there.
Those two go together like peanut butter and jam. Anyway, so Nick, I thought
skating right by that. Moving on.
You can see why I picked him. He's a funny guest. He thinks he's hilarious.
I don't think I'm hilarious. I know I'm hilarious. There's a fine difference.
Oh, okay. Basically, I wanted to go through what the structure of the show would be, Nick. Generally, the first sort of 5 minutes of me interviewing you on just general questions, and then we jump straight into 15 minutes of your chosen subject.
Oh, okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, that sounds lovely.
So the first question,
really pissing it down. Fucking hell, Jesus.
So the first question, which is interestingly what I was going to begin with, is where are you currently at, Nick?
Right
Don't
now,
say-
I feel like I'm
don't
10
say-
leagues beneath the sea right now. It's raining so hard.
Okay, I thought you were going to say my mum's house, but okay.
No. We can't both be recording there.
It's not actually raining. Well, I am currently situated in central London. Nick, where are you?
That's what I've pondered my entire life. Where am I? You know, am I where I want to be? Am I who I want to be? You know, and these are the things that keep me up at night.
I reckon you'll never be any of those things you want to be.
Yeah.
You most likely just die in a ditch. All right.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well, okay, let's move on to my subject. What kind of rope should I use to hang myself?
Okay.
Oh, a bit dark on that one. Mr. Howard, I am currently situated in.
Oh,
Norwich,
don't say my name.
Where we both wait. So you're gonna say the guest's full name, but not your full name? What kind of
What?
cowardly shit is this?
I was gonna link it to the blog, which is an anonymous blog.
Nah, fuck that. Edit it out.
Yeah, I'll just edit that bit out. Let's leave a pause now, and then I can jump back in. Where are you from, Nick? Where are you recording today?
I'm currently situated in Norwich University. Where...
It's not true.
That's not true.
You're in Norwich University.
I'm in Norwich, and I go to university at UEA with you, where we both do film television studies. Michael Howard.
Okay, we'll just ignore that. Yeah, well, I may as well say it.
Pause.
There's no point in pausing. We'll
Pause.
just keep going. We'll just keep going.
Pause.
Why pause?
Pause.
Why pause? If you say pause again,
You during a pause, Michael, you have to pause. You can't just repeat the line. All right, so pause.
where are we jumping back into after the pause?
I'm situated in Norwich.
Well, I need to ask you the question again because I have to pause.
Michael, I'm situated in Norwich. Thank you for asking. What is your next question?
So, Nick, as we always begin on the podcast, I want to talk to you about where you actually are recording from. Where are you recording from, Nick?
I'm recording from Norwich, England.
Fun fact about Norwich is that the shopping centre known as Chapel Field used to be a chocolate factory. Did you know that?
That's a fun fact. I did not know that.
It is. I've done my research for this podcast about Norwich.
Oh.
What is your favourite film, Nick?
My favourite film? Debbie Does Dallas.
Okay.
No, we'll go Back to the Future.
Is it?
I guess, yeah.
It's a great film. Do you admire the sequels or not?
Yeah, I enjoyed the sequels, yeah.
Is the third one the one when they go to the Wild West? Is that
Yes,
right?
with the train.
Oh, yeah.
I used to like the second one more because they go into the future, into the past, then to the present day, but the present day's then messed up. And then... No, wait, hang on. They go into the future, then return to present day's messed up, so then they go all the way into the past, then return to present day. And it's good, it's good. Or no, he doesn't make it back to present day because it's all messed up. I think.
I guess that's all spoiler alert.
Yeah, this is a spoiler alert for a film that's 30 years old.
Well, if you haven't seen it, then people are going to be devastated.
No. Those people are dumb. Moving on. I'm currently situated in Norwich, Michael.
A fun fact about Back to the Future is that in the early
it was filmed in a chocolate factory.
In the early days of Back to the Future, the time machine was made out of an old refrigerator in the original script. Did you know that?
Yeah. Is that why in Indiana Jones he hides in front of the DeLorean?
I guess those are both Spielberg movies.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't hide in a DeLorean. He hides in a fridge.
That's a DeLorean, Michael.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know. I brought it all.
I said to you. I said to you that I'd take a section of these videos and turn them into YouTube channel. YouTube.
No.
I might take that bit with you spoiling Back to the Future and turn it into a YouTube video.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
That'd be quite fun.
Nah, don't do that.
Is there anything else you want to say that's controversial or annoying?
Controversial.
I'll put this all in the video, so you might as well say something now.
Controversial. No, I really don't want to give you anything.
Bush did 9/11.
No, I don't want to give you anything on tape that you can use against me.
Do you want to counter the fact that you voted for Trump?
No, that's not controversial. Don't be stupid.
You just love that big old hair.
It is hailing now, Michael. It is scary outside.
Wait, be silent, then people can hear it. I can't hear it anymore. That's what happens when you support Trump. God comes and hates you. Anyway, your favourite book, Nick?
My favourite book? Probably Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck.
Oh.
Or, hang on, I've got a list.
Did you read that at GCSE English as well?
I did.
It's a good book, isn't it? What else did you do at GCSE English? This is irrelevant. Just going to put it in.
No, okay, other favourite books, here we go. The Stuart Little movie adaptation book, because my dad used to read that to me when I'd go to bed as a child.
Which film adaptation book?
The first film, the Michael J. Fox film that they. I'm not sure who.
Wait, is that the one where he gets in the little
little car?
No, that's the second one.
It's the car in the first one.
No, the second one is when he has the roadster. I swear the first one is when he gets in the boat.
He has a boat as well.
No, the car's the second one.
He's in a car in the first and second. Well, I don't know about that. No, he's in a car and a boat in the first film. There's a boat race that he goes.
Okay, viewers, if you're listening, listeners even, if you're listening to this,
Michael, it's my favourite fucking book. All right, I know. Don't give me shit.
I don't think it's that car. I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold on.
He's 100% has his car.
No, I don't believe it.
100%. It's a low red car. It's a convertible.
Yeah, but that happens in the second one because he's like, oh, that's real cool that I have a car now.
He may have a car in the second one as well, but he 100% has a car in the first one.
I'm looking it up. I guess I'm going to turn this bit into a car. I don't mean into a video.
No, you're not turning shit into a car.
Oh, he does! Oh, he has that race through Central Park in it.
No, he has the race in the boat.
No, he has like a... Wait, no, this says Stuart Little too. You lied to me. Fake news.
No, fuck that. Hang on. Let me fucking tab out and let me fucking do my research.
Fake news.
No, I'm not having this. Right, Stuart Little car.
Is there a Stuart Little 3?
Yes, it's a straight to DVD animation.
Oh, like any good?
2D drawn animation. I haven't seen it.
Oh. We should probably watch that together at some point.
No, we shouldn't.
Do a commentary.
Right.
I'm looking at the art for Stuart Little 2, and he's riding a skateboard in that, so that's not helping as much.
But in the first film, look, that's when he look. You can see it.
I
You
can't
can
see
see it
anything.
because it's his. Oh fucking! Let me copy the image and share it to you on Skype. Here we go.
Hold on, there we go.
Look, that's George Little with his car that he's putting outside. They've done the family photos, then students' fake parents turn up.
Wait,
They
who's
drive away,
fake?
and Stuart looks away in the like rear view
How
mirror.
do I not know that picture's from Stuart Little 2? I'm gonna put. Do you know what? I'm gonna turn this bit into a video.
No,
What? How do I not know that that's from Stuart Little 2?
that's Stuart Little 1. Michael, I've read the book. I've seen the film. Oh my god, no, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'll end this interview goddamn here. And that's Stuart Little 1.
Let's agree that he had a car in 2, and then just move on.
He may have done in the second one, but he 100% had one in the first film. That's from the first film. Michael, oh, I'm gonna strangle you. Oh!
You know mice can't really drive cars, Nick.
You know what?
Okay, I think that's probably enough background stuff.
No, your favourite book, where you're situated, and your favourite film. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about yourself that interests? That would interest?
Not really. No, it just seem vain if I suggest a topic now, don't I? You're the fucking interviewer. You just made me seem like a little selfish bitch who just wants to talk about myself. Which you'd be right, but you just, made me feel bad.
I will say this: Nick is single at the moment. If any of you ladies want to look up his YouTube channel, his picture's on there, so have a look at that. There's a fantastic Amnesia gameplay, so I would watch through that. But Nick, I think it's time that we go to your topic.
Okay.
And I'm a bit nervous that you're going to say something inappropriate, but so Nick, obviously after we got the general chit chat section of the podcast out of the way,
check that off the list.
Which was a lot of yelling about Stuart Little for some reason. I didn't expect that. That's podcast gold.
No, fuck you. All right. No.
Nick, I want you to tell me about
my favourite book. I told you what it was, and then you were like, "Nah, mate, that didn't happen in the book." And I'm like, "It did happen in the book. In the movie adaptation book, it did. I had it." Anyway, let's move on. We've had our general chit chat.
If you have that book, could you send me a picture of you holding it, and then I'm gonna put it as the thumbnail as the video?
Yes, it's in King's Lynn at the moment. So
okay, well if you get it, I'm gonna do that. Anyway, right, this is the part of the podcast which I find the most interesting. It's when I interview our guest on their chosen subject.
The part you find the most interesting. It's the first time. Don't lie to the viewer, Michael. You don't know if this is the most interesting part.
Well, okay, let's not use that idea.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You charlatan. Anyway.
Let's begin. Nick, tell me, what is your subject that you've brought to What Did I Expect this week?
Hang on, got my notes. I wrote like a little bit and why I like it and it's like how I learned about it and all that, Okay, this is the subject. I haven't messaged you about if it was an appropriate subject to talk or whatever. We didn't do that, honestly, viewer, listener. Okay, so my subject is docking.
Docking?
Yes.
In what sense? The town?
No, it's the sense of taking my flaccid cock and having my foreskin envelop another man's penis, and then his foreskin swallows whole my penis, and then we're like linked together in a
to be honest,
bond.
To be honest now, there's no point in trying to interview you about something else because whatever this is the most interesting part of the interview.
Alright, listeners, if you're near an internet enabled
Don't
device,
Google it.
Google image docking.
Don't.
DOCKIN.
Wait, stop. How do you spell that?
DOCKING. Safe search off, of course.
Safe search is off, yep. I'm just getting a lot of pictures of boats at the moment.
Okay.
And it's on a space.
Let's
And
amend this because Michael doesn't seem to be. It's quite underwhelming, his reaction to this. I think he's actually.
I don't know. I'm getting weird pictures of Nazis down there. Oh!
Oh. That sounds like Michael has realised the greatness.
Jesus.
That's my topic, Michael.
That is the most disgusting. Okay, I see it now.
I'm glad you see. Do you see? Do you see? So yeah, I'd like to talk about that.
Viewers, for God's sake, don't Google it. It basically, from what I can describe with the picture, it's
one man putting his foreskin around another man's penis. He then puts his foreskin around the ensnared dick. Phallus.
You made notes on this, did you? How did you get into it?
How did I get into it? Well, right. So, my father used to read Stuart Little.
Okay. Edit point here.
Pause. You see, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna.
Shut up! I'm trying to pause.
I'm gonna do the fucking unfiltered podcast, and I'm just gonna upload that.
I mean, you could if you want.
I'm gonna steal all your listeners.
Okay.
Oh no! Now I feel bad. I'm sorry. I won't do that.
Okay, pause. Okay, now it gets to the most interesting part of the podcast, where I get to Nick. Oh, fuck.
He gets to Nick. He gets to my what? To my heart, my whole.
Pause.
My soul.
Shut up. Okay, here comes the most interesting
part of the podcast, where I get to interview the guest about their chosen subject. Michael, what is your subject for me?
Here is the most interesting part of the podcast, the what did I expect part, when I asked our guest about their chosen topic. Nick, what is your chosen topic this week?
It's...
Remember, we've just come from the Stuart Little 2 argument, so still be fired up from that.
Okay, I'm still... Okay.
There is no unnatural edits in this podcast. No. It's all natural.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, anger. Michael's wrong. Okay, my topic is cross-stitching.
Oh my god, we actually got to the... Okay, so viewers, before this, we went on a topic that wasn't pleasant.
No. This is... No, the docking's going in.
The town of Docking, located in, I think, south of England?
Yeah, penile art.
Nick, cross-stitching.
No, docking.
No, cross-stitching.
No, docking. Alright, let's go cross-stitching then. Go on then.
So, Nick, how old were you when you began cross-stitching?
Right, so I was in bed with my dad, and he was reading me Stuart Little. No. That's a fucking reference to another joke.
Shall we record this tomorrow or a different day?
No, I'm good. Okay, I'll be serious now. Okay.
I'll pause. We'll pause and do an actual edit, and then we'll try and jump back into this. I'm tempted just to leave this all in.
I think you should. I really think you should. Leave it all in. Put it up as one. And you get the feedback. You could edit it and then upload the unedited and the edited version. See what people like more.
That's a good point. I might do that anyway. But I feel with an unedited version, it needs to flow throughout. We've left weird natural pause moments now.
What? Because you go pause. Fucking pause. Take a pause from pausing, people. No,
okay, we're gonna pause.
Okay, no. Okay, let's go. I'm talking about my subject, cross-stitching. Okay, I learned from...
No, we got to pause, because
No, we're going in. Okay, so I learned from my... as a child, I'd visit my grandmother on Sundays. Was it Saturdays? No, it would have been Saturdays. Apologies. I would visit my grandmother on Saturdays, and it would be my mother, my siblings, my grandmother, and then occasionally my aunts. And they would all cross-stitch together. And as a child, I was taught how to. Like, I did some like nice little flowery cross-stitch designs, you know. And then I picked it up again a couple of years ago, and it's yeah, I like to make my own designs. They're quite fun, quite silly. And I make them as gifts for other people. What's the fucking laughter? He gives me shit for not being... Come on, what's the consummate fucking professional? Let's go.
Let's keep answers...
Brief?
Yeah, briefish, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, fine. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
Imagine we're on the Tonight Show.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Gonna pause again.
Okay.
It was really interesting though. That was really good.
Okay.
I'll pause again and we'll go again.
Okay. Please leave this all in.
I'll put it in an unedited version, but I'll put an edited version and then an unedited version.
Okay.
Okay, now it's time for my favourite part of What Did I Expect, which is when I ask the guests about their chosen topic. Nick, your chosen topic this week is...
Cross-stitching.
The art of cross-stitching, which has been around for centuries, no doubt.
Yes.
So Nick, tell me, how did you... I get it. I asked you to be brief in the answers, and now you're just going to give me one-word answers.
Yes. Fucking hell, this man, he gives me directions, I give him what he wants, then he
Do you know
directs me
what?
again.
I think we should start the podcast again.
No. We've got a perfect podcast.
Just wait. Start the podcast again.
Yep.
Don't do the natural pause elements.
No.
Just keep going throughout,
No.
and then that will enable it to be a smooth, unedited version. That's
No.
what I'm thinking.
No.
We're
No.
gonna start the podcast again.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Well, we missed that Stuart Little too.
No, just leave this all in. All of this goes in. All of this is just in. Don't hesitate. Come on, Michael. Come on. Ask me a question. I learned as a child.
Okay.
I'm going to start answering them before you get a chance to ask. Go on. Go for it. Don't pause. Just keep going. Keep talking.
So
keep
Nick,
going.
how much do you know? How?
Keep
Stop
talking.
egging me on. You're the worst guest ever. So Nick, do you know much about the history of cross stitching, or
No, I don't.
is it something that you're interested in? Or?
No. No, not really, to be honest.
I feel like I should have asked you about fucking Stuart Little instead.
Yeah, what you asked me about what I enjoy, and I'm telling you what I enjoy, and now you're asking me, fucking hell, Michael, go on.
Alright. Alright, we're going to do the full interview now. Here it comes. We're just going to keep going. We're not going to stop.
We're not going to stop.
No,
stop.
here we go. 3, 2... I'm going to leave this all in. This is the moment, viewers. This is the moment where this gets interesting, because this is obviously what I've snapped here, and we're just going to go for it. I'm going to stop thinking about professionalism. I'm going to stop thinking about all that rubbish and just go for it.
Stop. Enjoy yourself. That's what you're meant to be doing, boy.
Listen, this is the What to Expect podcast. I'm talking to Nick, and he's going to tell me about cross stitching. And my first question to Nick is, how easy is cross stitching to get involved in? Like, will it take?
It's very difficult. It's quite an expensive hobby. There's not many people that know how to.
I've seen those like cross stitch kits where
no, they're no good. They're no good. The cheap material, cheap thread. You don't want to do those. The designs are awful.
I reckon because you can make cool dragon, Union Jack, American flags.
It's a lie.
You're just gonna say fake news.
Yeah.
I say you're fake news. How does that sound?
Pause.
No, I'm not pausing. We're going to keep going.
Pausing.
Pause. Nick, okay, so for those viewers who are interested in getting involved in cross-stitching, how would you recommend they start going about it?
I would actually recommend one of those little starter kits that you can pick them up in Hobbycraft, for example, which is like a nationwide chain.
Is that how you started?
No, I started with my mother and grandmother.
To be fair, fuck, I've left it all in. People know how you fucking started.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I'd recommend a starter kit.
For those who
£3.
Do you know what? I'm going to put a timestamp in for when we just give up on being professionals and just go for it.
So 0.000. That's when I gave up.
Okay.
We're now like 40 minutes into the recording, so I guess you gave up at 39 minutes in.
Yeah, I guess so. That's probably good. But so Nick,
hang on, I've got to take off my jumper. It's too hot. Just vent for a minute. Just talk to the viewer, Michael.
I'm telling you what, that car was not in fucking Stuart Little 1. That car was not in Stuart Little 1. Google it, watch the film, tweet at me at HowardMichael77 and tell me that car wasn't in Stuart Little 1. Anyway, we're moving on to
Dream guest B.
what kind of what kind of things would you and your grandma cross stitch together?
Okay, I'm now putting the headset back on. All right.
I'm going to ask the question again because I didn't realise your headset wasn't on.
No.
What kind of things did you and your grandma used to cross stitch about?
I would just cross stitch like simple flowery designs and stuff. Just whatever was.
And how long ago was that now? How long ago was that now, Nick? When did you start? How long did you say?
We were around the age of 7, something like that. So 15 years ago, something like that. 15, 16 years.
I mean, that dates Nick quite well. But
yeah.
But wait.
23, ladies. Rebecca.
23 and still at university.
Rebecca.
I mean, that's a reference.
That's a hard edit on that one.
I mean, that's not even going to be edited. I'm just going to leave that. I might just bleep it out.
Oh, okay.
I'll just edit over someone else's name.
Jones.
That's a clean edit. I'll use that. What's the hardest thing you've cross stitched over the past 17 years or whatever it was?
An elephant's penis. You meant hardest thing I cross stitched.
Terrible joke. Comment below if you thought that was funny.
I don't know. I would say probably the biggest kind of design I did, which was my parents' anniversary design.
That was quite recently, wasn't it?
Yes, that was.
It was
several months too late for their anniversary. But,
I mean, it was there.
Yeah, it was done. It was a love heart tree. It was a tree with the leaves. The leaves were in the shape of love hearts. It was a very, very cute design.
Sounds nice. All the leaves hadn't fallen out of the tree, had they?
No. They were still in doing their thing.
It's good to know.
Yeah. Thank you for asking.
But actually, Nick, you made me something out of cross stitch, didn't you?
Yes, yeah.
Did I might post a picture. It's not an elephant's penis. It's a picture which says, what does it say? Something about behold all the fucks that I don't
Behold
give.
the field of fucks, lay thy eyes upon it and see that it is barren.
That's right. That's exactly it. But I mean, I know that because I definitely have it with me right now.
Yep.
But it's in Norwich, where Nick is currently situated.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Nick. I'm situated in Norwich.
How much longer are you in Norwich for, by the way? This is irrelevant, but this stays in.
A week, something like that.
Well, really? Why aren't you going back? I thought you were going back at the end of July.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Probably 1st of August, something like that. 2nd of August, I'll be going back.
I mean.
Yeah. The reasons why I enjoy cross stitch is it's very creative.
I'm starting to think this was a dumb idea.
Interview me. No, it's good. It's good. See, the ideal guest would have been Jameson to talk about guitar.
It would have been, or Marcus to talk about Lord of the Rings, or Willow to talk about drawing,
or Owen and
to talk about Love Island, or anybody.
Owen and like LARPing.
But you know what? I thought to myself, who would be a
I'm
good
a strong first guest.
Who would be?
Like, I'm not good with structure.
Do you know what I would say you are?
Entertaining.
I would say no. I would say you're more like the 10th guest that comes on, and then people are like, "Oh, we should hear more of him," and then I'll make you co-host.
No, I'm co-host already. This is me staking
I
my
guess
claim.
do you want to be co-host?
I'm co-host. There we go. It's just happened.
Do you want to be co-host?
Yeah, I'm co-host.
Right.
Actually,
So after...
no. Actually, Michael, I want to be.
No,
host.
you're not a full host.
You can be my co-host.
I'm not your co-host.
Welcome to the Nick podcast. Okay?
Hey, I have the UEA real-time experience. By the way, all those UEA real-times are available on Mixcloud. I will put those down in the description. But
what is UEA real time, Michael?
It's a it's a fantastic film and TV review show that I was on for a few years.
Don't laugh. Tell me more about it. I'm intrigued.
Wait a minute. No, you're not cross-stitching this podcast. I'm oh.
Okay.
What are you? I'm just going to go to the final question. What are you currently working on at the moment, Nick?
I just finished 2 bookmark designs for my flatmates for their birthdays, and because they
Where's my
both like to
fucking?
read together, so I was
Where's
like,
my? Where's my fucking bookmark?
"You don't read."
Oh, that's kind of true.
I I just remember I'm on the same course as you. I know what reading you do and you don't do.
Except for I got the same as you in the exam.
Yeah, what did you get in media convergence there? Now we're just talking about our individual module and their grades, listeners.
UEA. If anyone's from
That's-
UEA listened to this, interrogating culture was a shit module. Anyway, I'm moving on.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sending this to all the tutors and lecturers.
I'm just I might as well. Anyway,
Banner! Ugh.
back's itchy.
Oh, itchy back. No, I will tell you why I enjoy cross stitch. I wrote these all down as well. I was going to go.
Well, I mean, tough.
And then
You could have answered the questions, but did you not?
And then each one, we could have then had a whole little talk. So I wrote there creative. You could have a talk about creativity and like why it's important in society and all that shit. And I put I like it because you can make gifs out of it. And then I put that they can be funny. You can have some very rude ones. I said it's a nice to do for something for. Let's try that again. It's nice to do for someone else. It's a nice gift for them to receive, which is kind of the second point again. It's a very mindful activity as well. It requires great like concentration and hand-eye coordination to be able to do. It's quite a personal gift as well. And back to the gifting, I'm just saying.
You'll notice viewers if you.
Pardon me. Let's just ignore Michael. It can be anything the design because you design it, so you can make literally an elephant's dick. There's good communities online, like on Reddit or StitchSprite.com.
This is worse than when we tried to record Minecraft. This is worse.
You can do it. You can
This
do
is
it with other
worse.
tasks. You can do films or audio books while you're cross-stitching. It's a relatively cheap hobby as well. It's only like 90 pence for a thread, and you get a lot out of that. Anyway, are we ready for part 2, Michael?
What do you mean, part 2?
What do you mean? What do you mean, part 2? Nah, this is podcast gold.
This is not podcast.
Podcast gold.
This is podcast poo right now.
Let's think of a closer, Michael. Let's think of a closer. How would you have liked this interview to have gone? How would it have been different?
It means. Do you know what this shows, Nick? Is that I have no handle on out of control guests.
No, I'm out of control guests. Okay, that's
you.
That's a personal dig. Okay,
that's you.
No, yeah. Okay. So what would you have preferred?
Anybody else?
Anybody else?
That would have just been a bit. Said the occasional funny quip, but wouldn't.
But, completely dull and interesting. Makes you just want to cancel the download after 5 minutes. You know what, viewers? I've got that sexy power that makes you want to carry on listening. That's me. What? And Michael's afraid of it. He's intimidated by my sexual prowess.
Do you know what I will say? I will say that this podcast has been a lot less stressful, a lot more enjoyable, I think, underneath than I expected it to be so far.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you were missing maybe you're forgetting the first 30 minutes where we tried to set it up. That was fucking stressful.
I enjoyed it, but I mean...
Yeah. I was about to blow my fucking top off.
He was very angry.
Oh.
Nick, what I will ask you, though, is will you join me again on What Did I Expect?
If you'd have me. Yeah, I would love to.
Would you join me for every episode as my co-host?
I would love to do that.
Would you actually like to?
I would. I'd very much like to. And I want
do you think when we get back to UEA, we should try and do a live wire show around this kind of subject where we interview someone?
I think I would swear too much, to be honest.
I don't think it matters, actually, to be honest.
No, I don't think I'd be able to control it. I think I would just see you and get angry and just go, fucking cunt. Ugh!
I reckon we should try it when we get back. Anyway, don't worry about that now.
Let's
anyway,
stop that.
Comment or rate below if you think we should do it.
Rate below. Where is this being uploaded? iTunes?
It will be on SoundCloud.
iTunes. We will see you on iTunes, ladies and gentlemen. Say the name again, Michael. Say the name. What's the podcast called?
Can I upload it on iTunes?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Oh, fucking hell. Join
Can
us
I?
for episode 2 where Michael tries to upload the first podcast to iTunes.
All right, this has been What Did I Expect? I would like to thank Nick for joining me. But he'll be here from forever now, it seems. So, yeah, I'm sure that won't
I'm
be the
like
case.
that black mould on your ceiling. I'm not going anywhere.
Like that lump on your balls.
No.
Should probably get that looked at, Nick.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah, I'll probably get that looked at after this. Anyway, everybody, thank you for listening, and peace and love. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say, follow the blog, Whitflash at wordpress.com. I'm at HowardMichael77 on Twitter. Nick is at NickDidGood on YouTube. Anything else you want to plug while you're here? Aside from your butthole?
I was going to say electronics, but, butthole's a lot funnier. Well done, you.
What do you mean plug electronics? Oh, I see, I get it, okay.
Yeah, see, your joke was a lot funnier. Well done, Michael.
I'll
That's your
watch
first
it.
joke in the 45 minutes. Well done. 50 minutes recording. Michael made his first joke. That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
And on that end, yeah, I think on that we'll say goodbye. Say bye, Nick.
Bye.
That's the end.
Leave. I love you.
Expect, the podcast in which I interview a certain... Oh, fucking hell.
This sounds scary. What to expect?
It's what did I expect?
What did I expect? What does
Yeah.
that mean?
It means that, like, you start a conversation and, like, you didn't really know where it was... Like, the point is that I don't know any of the subject material.
Oh, but
Come
I've
to my
told you
mouth.
both the material.
Yes, I know, but you weren't supposed
This
to.
is like a lie. We're seeing behind the curtain here. Fucking madman.
Let's go again.
I hope this is all like in a behind the scenes episode.
Yep.
Like episode 2 is going to be behind the scenes for episode 1.
I reckon most likely what will happen is that I'll spend all this time recording it and I'll put on those Nazi porn pictures again. Right. That doesn't make any sense. But
No, that's pretty grim.
You're pretty grim.
Alright, I only got a half chub of shins.
I'm gonna start recording now, please.
Well, fucking do it then!
Hello and welcome to What Did I Expect, the podcast in which I interview... Oh, I need to work out what I'm going to say at the beginning. Hold on. I'm doing short.
I'll be in my trailer.
You stuffy Robert Downey Jr. bitch.